It's going to be a video on this cool product right here. This is made by Arms Unlimited, and it's the universal smartphone adapter for thermal and night vision. Basically what it is you can put any smartphone in here. Your night vision attaches to the threaded bezel here, and then you use this and adjust it and line it up perfectly with your camera so you get a nice crisp and clear shot instead of trying to hold it and do one of these things. And it works great. Their website's got it at the time I'm making this video for 75 bucks. It's made of aluminum. The only thing that's not aluminum is there's some foam pads here. Unlike some of the other ones, this actually threads into the eyepiece of the night vision. I have a TNVC PVS 14 here. This will basically work even though it says thermal and night vision. Monoculars on the description. If you have a PVS 14 type eyepiece, it's going to work with it. So even if you had like a double tube system, you could just put it on one of the tubes and use it to record through. All right, the first thing you're going to need to do if you have it on yours is there's the little bezel right here. I have my sacrificial eyepiece, Demis shield or whatever you want to call it. That's what this pops onto. Yours may be a little tight, and there's actually two grooves so you can kind of pop off your sacrificial lens and put like a long blade knife or something on there just to break it free, but mine's already loose. And regular lefty-loosey, and you take it off. There. You could set it, your eyepiece, line up your threads for the camera adapter to the threads on the inside of the eyepiece. Get it snug, and then this ring right here, should have said this, before you put it on, you want to make sure this ring is tightened all the way down. And then this is like a lock ring. You don't want to crank down on this because your eyepiece is plastic and these are metal threads, but this will keep it from kind of coming loose. You just snug it up against it. Then the next thing, I think it kind of goes without saying, open this up, put your phone in here. For demonstration purposes, I'm using my wife's smartphone. I'm going to do video samples later. I'm going to use my Samsung Galaxy S9. So one thing you're going to want to make sure is that where the phone is getting clamped onto, you're not clamping onto any of the buttons. So get it on there, and then you have to turn your night vision on and your camera. Keep moving it around until it's matched up with the camera well, so that you're getting no shadowing, just like if you were lining it up in front of your face. It's kind of hard for me to show. And once you get it lined up, the universal clamp pieces, it does make it easier if you have two people to do this, but you want to squeeze down on it so it's got a good catch on your phone, and then tighten down the wing nut in the back. And you don't need to crank it down really tight. It does a great job of holding pretty securely. You can see how well it's lined up. It just looks like a green circle blob right now because I got it pointing directly down at my workbench. So I'm going to turn the night vision off because I got light in here right now, even though it's auto-gated. And you can see this is all pretty solid. So you can hold your night vision in one hand and have either, if you're taking photos, you can take photos and stuff like that, or hit your record button and have two hands on this. You can really hold it with one hand if you want. It's secure enough. I mean, look, I haven't barely cranked down on it. The phone's not sliding around. I mean, I wouldn't go drop it, slam it, hit it on stuff, but it's going to hold pretty good. All right, I got my protective cover on, so that way I could show you some examples. Now, see, at first when you get it lined up, it is small. But if you zoom in on your camera, I mean, it's pretty good. You'll notice that my wife's doesn't have as much of like the stabilization, but it will like wobble a little bit, it seems like, because it's trying to make up for like the stabilization to keep videos and stuff like that from shaking, but it comes out pretty good. And I mean, you can zoom in on it pretty good. So whatever the zoom is on your phone or whatever mode you're in, it's pretty cool. It's a great tool. Even if you're just like a hunter or something like that, and you wanted to do the zoom, I mean, of course you're zooming in on a digital image with a digital zoom on your camera, but it may help you out, maybe on a thermal sight and stuff like that too. But I'm gonna wait for it to get dark here now, and then I'm gonna use my S9. I'm gonna take a picture example and a video example and put it at the end of the video. I don't really have anything else to say. This thing's great for 75 bucks. You can leave your J-arm on, it doesn't get in the way. It's really easy to put it back on. The only disadvantage of it that I can say, if you look at a few years back on my channel, I tried to use the TNVC adapter for like a GoPro, because I mean, obviously not everybody has 2 night vision to use to record. I don't. I just wanted to take pictures and stuff with it. So you can't really record what you're doing unless you have somebody else with night vision. That's probably the only drawback to this, but it doesn't have the intention of you being able to go about your business and use the night vision on your head as you would. It's meant for simply taking pictures. Check out the samples now. Here's a sample looking out and over my backyard. There's no moon or anything out. It's pretty neat. You can use the digital zoom on your phone. It's not fantastic, but it's a pretty good picture. Is that? Can't tell. There might be deer right there. See it? Yeah, those are deer. See them?
Up along the fence.
Yep.
Yeah.
That might be what the coyotes were going after.